So I'm about to discuss a 2 quadrillion, which is $2,000 trillion ticking time bomb. And I'm also going to discuss what 7 central banks are about to do that is probably going to send Bitcoin to the stratosphere and well beyond. But first, as always, like and subscribe and check us down below for our CT Club, where you get to see what we are doing during this accumulation phase. I don't think this is exactly a bull market yet, but we are potentially close to that. So first off, I'm going to go over some other news. Belgium is going to require cryptocurrency ads to state this is in quotations, the only guarantee in crypto is risk. So keep in mind, Belgium, they are very authoritarian. They're going to love their CBDC. They're trying to squash crypto any chance they get. So that is going to be a place where CBDCs are going to be definitely forced down people's throats, okay? Moving on. Now, I remember back in the day when Bitcoin was about $7,000, and there was a certain bank called Credit Suisse that said, Bitcoin's a bubble. But now you have Credit Suisse is getting acquired by a competitor and being bailed out by a central bank. This is all planned, like I said in my prior video, that even back in 1907 is when JP Morgan decided to spread rumors about its competitive banks and consolidated power that way, and eventually led to the Federal Reserve in 1913. This is going to be pretty similar because there's several other banks out there that are going to be consolidated into one power. These giant banks like JP Morgan, UBS, HSBC, they don't want competition, right? It is a sin for them. And that is what is happening right now. And they definitely don't like crypto. Just keeping you posted on that. Moving on, we have a $2,000 trillion or $2 quadrillion derivative bubble that hardly anybody is talking about. And I'm going to go over some figures here. These are crazy. So Goldman Sachs, right? They have $53,221,165,000,000 of derivatives. And if you remember Warren Buffett, he said that derivatives are weapons of mass financial destruction. There's a reason why he said that, because they are literally ticking time bombs. These are like a bet upon a bet upon a bet upon a bet, right? So those bets need to be paid off. If they're not, things go bust really fast, especially when we're talking about quadrillions of dollars, right? That's ridiculous. Let's just go over some other banks. JP Morgan has $50 trillion in derivatives, and I'm going to go over 2 more. Citibank has 47 trillion, and Bank of America has 19 trillion. I could go on and on. There's so many freaking banks out there that have derivative exposure, and they are that is a very delicate thing right there, and that could definitely destroy everything, absolutely everything traditional finance has to offer. But guess what's going to save it? Central bank digital currency. That's what's going to save it right there. You wonder what they're saving this debt bomb for.
What's going to save us?
Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to save us. Thank you, Heidi. Okay. A reporter asked Credit Suisse chairman, CEO, Alex Lehman, gosh, you can't make this up, who is responsible for this disaster. He says, last autumn we had a social media storm. That's what he said. These people have lost all bearings of reality. These people are psychopaths. That's what a banker is, psychotic. Okay, Eric Voorhees says, okay, so you imagine like you had Justin Sun wanting to put up $1.5 billion to buy up Credit Suisse, which is like $500 million more than what UBS was offering. So he says, imagine paying $1 billion for Credit Suisse when you could buy $1 billion in Bitcoin with an easy 10x upside and none of the baggage and overhead. Thank you, Eric. You are great in this space. We very much respect your opinion. It's great to have you on here. Okay, so Anyways, major central banks. Here we go. This is what is happening right now with 7 major central banks. The banks are the U.S. Federal Reserve, Bank of Canada, Bank of England, Bank of Japan, Swiss National Bank, and European Central Bank just said that they are going to announce a coordinated action to increase U.S. dollar liquidity provision in global markets through swap lines. Very complex, but you know what that is? Currency printing. There's a big difference between money and currency. Currency doesn't hold its value over a long time. Money does. And so yeah, that will be from the 20th of March to the end of April. So that is actually starting today. They're going to be printing, and that's going to cause more and more inflation. And guess what thrives off of monetary inflation? Bitcoin and other crypto are going to skyrocket, in my opinion. This is just the beginning. And I've told people this, that you're going to see more currency printing. I am on record for saying this many, many times, that you're going to see more currency printing this year than you've ever seen in your entire life, any time that you've ever been alive. All right? And people gave me crap for that. But I understand central banks, I understand how the debt market works. They need to pile on more and more debt each and every year. They need to keep debt rising in perpetuity, okay? That is necessary for keeping the debt bubble alive, keeping the dollar alive. Next up, we have Federal Reserve Chair Powell and Janet Yellen say that U.S. banks' capital and liquidity are strong. That's really dangerous coming from these people when they have to ensure people that everything's fine. If everything was fine, they wouldn't really need to insure anybody. Remember what happens when scammers do that? Like FTX, like Suzu, all these other people that said, everything's fine, no worries, don't worry about it. Even Credit Suisse CEO said, oh no, everything's fine. Yeah, Silicon Valley Bank, all these people. Yeah, they're all lying scum. This is what happens when you have your ego off to the roof. Lastly, what I want to tell you is look forward to Wednesday when the FOMC meeting is. Are they going to raise it 25 basis points or 50 basis points? My guess, 25 basis points, but I could be wrong. Let's see what happens. Anyways, that's all I have. Please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.